Hi, my name is LaDonna Tompkins, and I'm doing my information speech about child abuse. When you first look at a child, you see that has scrapes, burns, broken bones, and other injuries. What's the first thing that comes to mind? According to Hutchins Encyclopedia, more than 2.5 million cases of child abuse and neglect are reported, and most common form is neglect. Why so many cases? This is just more than a small problem in this country. The government thinks this is not a serious problem, but it is. I will be discussing 3 types of child abuse: emotional, physical, and sexual. What emotional abuse consists of? Emotional abuse consists of withholding love and affection. It's saying that you're not hugging the child, you're not kissing the child, you're not understanding the child, you're not letting the child express his or her talents or feelings. You're just not loving the child at all. Undermining a child's self-confidence. When you're undermining a child's self-confidence, you are saying the child is no good, it's stupid, or they'll never make it in life, they'll always be, the school is not helping, or nothing like that, and I think that's totally wrong. According to a study done in 2005, neglect and emotional abuse are far more common forms of child maltreatment than physical harm, but physical harm still can cause harm. Still can cause child maltreatment as well. Why do parents hit their kids? Physical abuse. We need to know what is physical abuse in the word definition. Physical abuse is a direct physical contact of the child that inflicts pain and suffering on the child. For example, hitting the child, punching the child, beating the child with extension cords or paddles or big switches. That will just inflict pain and suffering on it. And why the parents do it? Because like the jobs, the stressors, and sometimes mostly because of the alcohol dependency on the parent, and sometimes they just want the power and control over that child. And with the alcohol combined with that, it can be some serious consequences with that child. Sexual abuse. Is sexual abuse more common than emotional or physical abuse? According to the types of child abuse sidebar from one of my databases, they're assured that the experience of child abuse is so traumatic, that child victims often retract their accounts of abuse or saying what they believe interviewers want them to hear, neither of which means that the abuse did not occur. Moreover, some commentators claim horrendous acts of child abuse and happen frequently enough to justify real concern. As proof, they cited a 1995 Gallup poll that estimates that 1.3 million children are victims of sexual abuse each year. And also, according to the introduction of child abuse, also of opposing views, also from one of my databases, says that those who hold child abuse is underreported are sure that child sexual abuse is far more common than most people realize, with some research estimating that close to 1 in 4 American girls are victims of sexual abuse. And also from that database, most people will agree that as long as children are subject to neglect, mistreatment, sexual abuse, or murder, child abuse should be considered as a serious problem. Debate has ensued, however, over the scope of this problem, which basically means that the government sees it as a problem, but they doesn't see it as a serious problem like other people do, like the Department of Family, Child and Family Services, and CPS, which their top priority is to protect the children and not take them away just because they have the authority. And in conclusion, emotional, physical, and sexual abuse is common and not considered as a serious problem in our country, but it is. As the years go by, more and more children are abused either mentally, physically, or sexually. Only one branch of government, the Department of Child and Family Services, along with CPS, is helping these children get their lives back on track and helping them get through these hard times, which also I chose this topic because I want to be a part and help these children to become who they were before the abuse. And sometimes the children don't come back from it. And some die during the abuse, and some go take abuse behind them and live to be successful in life. I'd like to thank you for your time, and God bless.